بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي ومولاي يا رسول الله. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي ومولاي يا أبا عبد الله. غريب يا مظلوم كربلاء، ما خاب والله من تمسك بكم، وأمن من لجأ إليكم. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سيدي فنفوز فوزا عظيما. لعن الله الظالمين لكم من الأولين والآخرين. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى: ولقد كرمنا بني آدم. صدق الله العلي العظيم. It is the first night of Muharram al-Haram, and we have to extend our condolence to our Imam al-Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajah, and to our Maraja, and to all mu'mineen and mu'minat, and actually to all humanity. Because the revolution of Imam Hussain alayhi salam and his stand was for the sake of saving humanity from the pollution and misbehavior of the rulers, removing the dictators and giving freedom to the people to live as an honored human being. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored the human being, and we see from this ayah, Allah is not talking about the believers, the mu'mineen only, or the Muslims, but He said about human beings in general, the sons of Adam, the children of Adam. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. And that honor, naturally in Islam, has its own features. First of all, that honor expresses itself by the freedom the people have. They can choose the right faith or can refuse to accept the right faith. Naturally, they have no right to impose their opinion on others, as they expect that others should not impose their opinion upon them. But the people have to decide on their own which faith and which religion to follow. The Holy Quran clearly says, لا إكراه في الدين. There is no compulsion in religion. قد تبين الرشد من الغي. The guidance from misguidance is clear, is evident. So it's evident because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it very clear and made it inside the human nature. The fitra of a human being believes in existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Actually, naturally, he look forward to the prophethood phenomena, that there must be prophets, messengers from Almighty God to guide the mankind. All those are natural feelings of the human being. Well, even imamate, the vicegerency or succession of the Holy Prophet and Holy Prophets, all of them, peace be upon them, is also very clear by human nature. It is very evident. If a prophet leaves this world, naturally he has to have a successor. This is a natural phenomena. You don't need to go into details of proving it. As every ruler, every governor, every officer, every responsible person in a place, if he leaves that his position, naturally he will appoint somebody to look after the work. Will not leave it without that. So even that imamate is a natural phenomena felt by human being, by fitrah that Allah has created, innate feeling among humans. However, the freedom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to people in order to make their choice and to help them to choose the right choice has sent 124,000 prophets throughout the history, and the prophets have successors. Well, after the last Prophet Muhammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there were 12 imams, and after occultation of the 12th imam, then the ulama and the believers, their job is to guide others and explain Islamic values to people. Naturally, the real Islamic value, because a lot of rules and regulations of Islam were distorted and changed by Bani Umayyad. And that is why Imam Hussain salamullahi alayh took a stand in order to teach the people the real Islam, not Islam of the dictators and the oppressors. And that is very, very important, because without the stand of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, the people would have lost the signs of real Islam. Even with that revolution, we see how many Muslim sects are there. Naturally, they are not 4 or 5. There are tens of sects among the Muslims, some of them recorded, some of them not recorded, were in the history. The main ones remained nowadays. The Sunni sects are 4 and the Shias are 1, or maybe if we add Ismailis and Bohras, there are 3. So what I mean, the real Islam naturally has to be one. There are no sects in Islam. Islam is one mainstream of faith. But because the Muslims have not found the real Islam, they have gone to the scholars, the ulama, and the scholars. Everyone has his own view. That view may not be 100% representing true Islam, but then they follow that. Of course, when we follow Ahlul Bayt salamullahi alayhim, Ahlul Bayt are infallible and they represent the true Islam, not dhan by dhan, no by ilm, by certainty, by knowledge. They know Islam 100%. And that is why whatever the first Imam said is the same what the last Imam said. All of them have said the same thing, gave the same rules and regulations, and they have taken it from the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam directly. The Holy Prophet said, أنا مدينة العلم وعلي بابها فمن أراد المدينة فليأتها من بابها. I am the city of knowledge and Ali is its gate. So anybody who want to come to the city of knowledge of the Prophet, he should come through the gate. Means he should take the knowledge of the Prophet through Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali gave it to Imam Hassan, then Imam Hussain, then Imam Zain al-Abidin, and so on. It was inherited by the Imams. So we see, though they are 12 Imams, but they have not differed in any single issue. All what they say is right. While other Muslim sects, the main ones are 4, and each one of them has his own view of fiqh. Even in Aqaid there are Ash'aris and Mu'tazila and so on. So the real Islam we are talking has to remain alive. And Allah gave freedom to people to choose Islam. There is no compulsion in accepting the right path. Well, the second honor for the human being naturally is equality. The Muslims are equal in front of the law. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "An-nasu sawasiya ka-asnan al-misht." The people are equal like the comb. All its parts are equal. And we see the practice of Ahlul Bayt salamullah alayhim will show that physically outside. One time Imam Ali alayhi salam missed a shield from Baytul Mal, and next day he found it in the market in hand of a Jewish who lives in Kufa. And he told him that this shield of Baytul Mal, we lost it and it is with you naturally, it is ours. He said, no, it is mine. Imam Ali alayhi salam, though he was the caliph, he was the ruler of half the world, did not say that by force I know it and it is ours and you have stolen it. And you are not Muslim, you are cheating. No, he said, okay, let us go to the court. They came to the judge, who was Shuraih al-Qadi, and Imam Ali with the Jew who was there. They sit both of them equally in front of the judge. The judge asked that Jew by his name, that, well, Mr. So-and-so, what do you say? He said, well, this is in my hand, and hand in legal expression is sign of ownership. Whatever is in my hand is my ownership. If you claim it, you have to prove it. I don't need to prove what is in my hand. Al-yad, we say alamatul milkiyya. So since the shield was in his hand, he said, this is mine, and what they say is not right. Then Shuraih al-Qadi told Imam Ali, did not call him by name, but to honor him, he called him by his, what you say, the title, Ya Abul Hasan. Then Imam Ali said, that is not fair. If you call him by his name, you should call me by name, because you have to respect both of us equally. And then he said, okay, Ya Ali, do you have any proof? Imam Ali said, no, I have no proof. But it was there, I know it, and now I saw it in hand of this Jew. Naturally, somebody has taken it from Baytul Mal. Then Shuraih al-Qadi said, because you have no proof, then the shield belonged to the Jews. You have no right to it. Imam Ali said, okay, no right, no right. No force was used there. The Jew was not expecting that. He said, how come he sit with the ruler of half the world? And he appointed Shuraih al-Qadi, and he knows 100% that this shield belonged to Baytul Mal. So right away he declared his faith, and he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah wa ashhadu annaka wasiyyu Rasulillah. And he said, Ya Ali, this shield is yours. I have stolen it from Baytul Mal, and it is true, but now I accepted Islam by seeing justice of Islam. So equality actually was shown practically in front of the people, not only claiming that. Well, the third point we may mention is that the wealth of the Ummah, the Islamic government, belongs to all people, not to a single individual. Somebody will snatch millions of dollars from the budget of the government, and nobody has the right to talk to him because he is a caliph or son of a caliph or cousin of a caliph or so on. There is no such things in Islamic government. So everything is equal, and that also practiced very well by Imam Ali alayhi salam when he used to distribute the money among the poor people. Women came, and she was from well-known Arab tribe. Well, he gave her, well, whatever, 5 dirham or whatever it is, he gave her money. And a slave came from unknown tribe, so they used to be regarded socially as naturally lower class. Imam Ali gave her equal amount. So the first woman was very angry. He said, Ya Ali, how come I from this honored tribe make me equal with that who is from a slave family and not from Arabs? And they came here. Imam Ali, to prove for her that what she says is wrong, he took in his hand, in both hands, a clay from the ground, and he said, I don't see any difference between this clay and that clay. He wanted to say that you are created from clay, son of Adam and Eve, and she is also son of Adam and Eve, and there is no difference among you. So that way was the distribution of wealth. Naturally, the situation at the time of Yazid was completely changed. And that is why Imam Hussain alayhi salam took a stand for that. If we summarize the situation done by the Umayyad rulers, they tried first to humiliate the human beings, the Muslims, humiliate them to crush their freedom and their honor, so that they should not look up to say that this ruler is not just, or they may argue or may discuss. They said no discussion, complete dictatorship, and nobody has the right to say. If he say anything, he will be killed right away. So that is the policy. We see when Muawiyah signed a peace treaty with Imam Hassan alayhi salam, one of the main conditions was there that he should practice according to the Holy Quran and Sunnah of the Prophet. But Muawiyah did not do that. One of the conditions was that the Muslims, especially the Shias of Imam Ali alayhi salam, should be safe. Nobody should be killed or his money to be robbed, and they should be safe everywhere. Muawiyah agreed. He signed the peace treaty. But then when he got the power in hand, he came and he delivered his sermon. He said, "O people of Iraq, I did not fight with you in order to offer a prayer or fast or to go for Hajj or to pay zakat, and I know you are doing that. I fought with you in order to be ruler upon you. Any condition I gave to Hassan ibn Ali is under my feet." So right away, he did not honor his signature and the covenant he had with Imam Hassan alayhi salam. And then he started killing the followers of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands of them, were killed in Iraq, and they used to even demolish their house so that his family and children should suffer and should have no shelter like that. And that naturally is against the covenant, and the aim was as a dictatorship to crush the people. Well, they had, the second point was discrimination. We said in Islam there is unity among people, but they used to make great discrimination upon people. They give head of the tribes big amount of money so that they buy their loyalty to the ruler, and the rest of the people, if they are dying of hunger, they will not care for them. One lady, she came asking Muawiyah to help her and her family because there is famine, and from the money of the Baytul Mal, naturally she has right. Muawiyah said, "No, you were our enemy in Siffin and you were supporting Ali against us. I will not give you anything." Then she started crying and recited two lines of poetry. The meaning that may Allah bless the grave of that soul which brought justice and peace and mercy to this world. Muawiyah realized she means Imam Ali alayhi salam, but to tell in front of him and to praise Imam Ali in front of him was unexpected. He said, "Whom do you mean?" She said, "I mean Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam." He said, "Okay, what have you seen of his justice?" She said, "One day he sent a ruler to our area, but that ruler was not very just. And I went to him to Kufa, and I told him what wrong thing this governor in that area was doing. And he said, I saw him crying, and he raised his hand to heaven. He said, oh my God, I did not order those governors to do injustice. And you know, I take immunity from them. And then he wrote a letter right away to dismiss that governor and appointed another one. He said that soul which looked to the poor and oppressed and needy people is different from what you are saying. Then Muawiyah said if she wanted now to praise and give the virtues and merits of Imam Ali to people of Sham will change. He said, okay, give her money and let her go out of Sham, should not stay here. So he said, for them, discrimination was such great that the people were suffering a lot. And because of that, within 70 years after Muawiyah, or let us say maximum, it was totally 90 years, the government of Bani Umayyad, the people took a stand and throw Umayyad Caliphate or rulership out, because of that injustice. So that was another sign of Umayyad rulers. The third one, misusing Muslim wealth, like Muawiyah was building very big castles, though other Muslims have no shelter to live. And he get such strange types of food for him, like, the brain of these small birds. And I don't know how many thousand birds they have to bring for him to take the brain, which is very small, and make it a food for Muawiyah with that. And he was eating so much that he get tired. He said, my jaws become tired and my stomach get tired from chewing food, but still he was not satisfied. Actually, that was a prayer against him. The Holy Prophet cursed him, said, La ashba Allahu batna. He may not feel satisfied at all. And whatever he was eating, he was not feeling satisfaction. Well, the same thing if we talk, after Muawiyah for Yazid, and then Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, and then Hisham ibn Abdul Malik, Yazid ibn Abdul Malik, and all of them were in that way. Actually, one year, money, the kharaj, the tax money, which used to be collected from non-Muslims as protection for them in the Muslim government, for their protection, they charge them some taxes, because the non-Muslims living there, they were not fighting in war and not asked for any responsibility for security, so they take some money as tax from them, called kharaj. So from Egypt, the kharaj was less that year. He wrote a letter to his governor that why the money is less this year. He said, well, thanks God, there are many non-Muslims who have embraced Islam, and that is why number of non-Muslims is less, the amount is less. He wrote him a letter, why do you accept their Islam? They should remain non-Muslim and we get money from them. So you see, that was the mentality of the ruler of Muslim Ummah, and who called himself as a caliph. And he wasn't just thinking only to milk the people and get money by any way from them, then misuse that money in his own ways. And for the matter of freedom for opposition, we see the Imam Ali alayhi salam, as an example, he had the Khawarij at his time who were against him. He said, as long as they are not fighting, not raising the sword, the term means not fighting with us, then we will not fight with them. If they do not do bay'at, they do not pledge allegiance with me, I don't mind. I do not force them to come and do bay'at. Bay'at is pledging allegiance. No, I will not mind. But they should not kill any Muslim, should not fight. And he left them till they started killing innocent people, then Imam Ali fought with them. So you see that the symbol of freedom in Islam, he said, well, if you don't want to pledge allegiance, fine, but you should be a good citizen, should not harm others, While at the time of Bani Umayyah, anybody who is known to be against them, not declaring, the people do not dare to declare. But they know secretly from the heart of the people that those people loving Imam Ali, they used to kill them. And actually, Yazid wrote a letter to Ibn Ziyad that, see, whoever not with us and with our enemy, means with Ahlul Bayt, then stop giving him his whatever salary to be given, and try to get rid of them, either kill them or throw them outside into exile outside the Muslim government, or destroy their house so that he should have no house to live there. No. So that was their way to deal with the opposition at time of Muawiyah and Yazid and after that. Naturally, the other point is restriction of the freedom of the people. There was no freedom at all. Actually, all nonsense which used to be done by Muawiyah, he used to find an excuse. He said, because Allah appointed me. He did not say that Shaitan appointed me. Allah appointed me here. Then whatever I do is religious and accepted by God. If it was not accepted by God, God has the power to kill me or remove me. Since God did not remove me, so whatever I am doing is right. And that is what we call the jabr, the predetermination. Naturally, is it not true? Because Allah gave freedom to people to do good or to do bad. Allah will not take revenge from bad people in this world. The punishment is in the hereafter. So the good and bad people, they have a freedom to do whatever they want, because this world is a test for people. If Allah will kill all those who are bad, naturally there will be no test for people. So if somebody rule in a bad way, it doesn't mean Allah appointed him. Allah allowed him in order to tell him in the day of judgment that by your own decision you have chosen wrong, and then you deserve punishment. But then he twisted that, and he said, because Allah is all powerful and he is not killing me, so whatever I am doing is accepted by Allah. So all nonsense he is doing, he said, this is accepted by Allah. And they used to force ulama who are with the government to propagate for that idea, so the people will think that Muawiyah was appointed by Allah to rule in whatever way he wants. So that was the restriction of the freedom of the people. Naturally, they used to fight and eradicate the opposition. Anybody who said, actually, some people at time of death of one ruler, when another one came and somebody wanted to talk something, one came and he took the sword out and he said, Amir al-Mu'mineen is this. He pointed to the ruler, and whoever do not agree, then this sword is for him, means we will kill him. They said, oh, this is the best sermon delivered, so short and very clear, that either you obey or you will be killed. So where is the freedom which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to the human being, that he may choose his own way, or may oppose, or may express his ideas and opinions? And many of the opinions of the people naturally are right. Actually, one came to Abdul Malik in Iran and he told him that I want to preach you. He said, anybody who preach me, I will kill him. I said, how you say that when the Holy Quran said so many believers used to preach others and they were not killing them? So you are worse than the worst people in the history. Well, sometimes they used to find that opposition are very strong because of bad things done by the Umayyad rulers. So they said the best way to get rid of them is to send them for war. So they used to send the army so that the youth and the Muslim fighters, the army, should not remain in the capital. They send them very far and say, go and kill other nations and capture them and expand the Muslim government, justly or unjustly, whatever it is. And so that they say when the fighters are out, then there is no one to fight and we can control our throne. And this, naturally, these are an examples of Bani Umayyah, and we see even nowadays, many rulers, they try to do that way and create wars among nations or with the neighbor countries and so on, in order the people get busy in war and forget whatever injustice done by their own government. So these are some of the problems there when it was prevailing in the Muslim Ummah, and Imam Hussain alayhi salam was looking to that, and then he declared the aim and object, the slogan of his stand is أريد أن آمر بالمعروف وأنهى عن المنكر. I need to enjoin doing good and forbid the people from doing wrong. وأسير بسيرة جدي وأبي, and I follow the footstep of my grandfather and my father Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. So whoever accepts me, then fine. Otherwise, people, if they do not accept my message and my mission, then I will wait till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open in any way or find any solution. So Imam Hussain did not force the people to come, he said willingly. And he has chosen his ashab, his followers, one by one, because he knows whoever are really good people, honest, sincere, religious, he has chosen them. And in the area called Zubala, when he left Mecca and came toward Iraq, in that area he got the news that his cousin Muslim ibn Aqil and Hani ibn Urwa were killed in Kufa by Ibn Ziyad. So he told whoever was with him who came from Mecca, some of the people thought that he will go to Kufa and he will be ruler, so we'll get some benefit because we are with him. He told the people that I got the news, Muslim ibn Aqil has been killed, Hani ibn Urwa and others all were killed in Kufa. So whoever wants to leave me and go, he is free to go. So those who came for sake of some money, some benefit, they left Imam Hussain. But the rest who were sincere, they said, we will not leave you, Ya Aba Abdullah. And we see the ashab of Imam Hussain were so much sincere, honest, loving Imam Hussain, they refused to leave him. Even in the night of Ashura, on 9th night, when Imam Hussain again in Karbala told them that these people want to kill me. If they kill me, they will not care about you. So why not you go out and save yourself, and every one of companions may take hand of one of my relatives, my family who were with me, my brothers and cousins and nephews and all with me. So you go and leave me alone. They said, why should leave you, Ya Aba Abdullah? What is the benefit of life after you? Some of the companions said, Ya Aba Abdullah, if I am being killed and again made alive and killed again and become alive 70 times, still I will not leave you. Whatever I feel the bitter taste of death, but still I will not leave you, Ya Aba Abdullah. Others say that we leave you for what? In order to have a life after you. What benefit for that life if it is after you? That is why they were so honest, so sincere, so brave to stand there and support their Imam. Ultimately, all of them were martyred in Karbala on the day of Ashura. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. اللهم إنا نسألك وندعوك بجلال وجهك الكريم وبمحمد وأهل بيته الطاهرين وبالحسين الوجيه وجده وأبيه وأمه وأخيه والتسعة المعصومين من بنيه أن تعجل فرج وليك صاحب العصر والزمان، وأن تجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه ومن المجاهدين بين يديه. اللهم اقض بهم حوائجنا واشف بهم مرضانا وارحم بهم موتانا واغفر بهم ذنوبنا واكشف هذه الغمة عن هذه الأمة وارزقنا يوم القيامة شفاعتهم وفي الجنة مرافقتهم مع الشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. وإلى روح المؤمنين والمؤمنات ومن مات على الإيمان. رحم الله من يقرأ الفاتحة قبلها صلوات.